When my husband and I signed up for the SVP, I did not know what to expect. We are corporate creatures, and suddenly diving into the social field was a different experience. When I got this opportunity to join the grants committee and had the privilege to seek and evaluate interesting NGOs, it was a journey. I realized that different segments of our society are underprivileged or neglected for no fault of theirs. The PWDs and elderly are realities of life, which many of us don't realize. We also don't realize that the quantum that we give as grants, how much of a difference it can make. Maya Care, for example, which Setu and I had the privilege of evaluating, which is basically an NGO run by a husband and wife team, which help provide care and support to the elderly and offer opportunities of livelihood to the PWDs and also create self-sustaining capabilities in them. I think it's a phenomenal cause. And despite whatever the corporate world may say, I think they have not done enough. I think they could and should do more. But I'm so happy that the SVP partners thought it fit to approve this proposal, which I think is a very, very worthy cause.
It all began with a realization that all of us, at least in our country, do not start with an equal opportunity, and therefore it becomes our responsibility to actually give to the best way possible. Having said that, I think when I started giving, the joy of giving is just so self-fulfilling that it just inspires you to give more and more.
The first time I visited Shamta's Transformation Center and I saw the look on the beneficiaries' faces and the smiles on their faces, that really moved me a lot.
I've had many cherished moments of happiness and laughter in SVP. But the ones that I remember most are the ones in which we saw young graduates graduating out of the Antarang Academy or the Bright Future School, or the events in which we heard young women speak about their experiences and the changes Shrujna has brought in their lives. These were inspirational stories of courage, character and change. And I think this is where SVP stands out. And all these experiences are not only moments of happiness, but also they're very humbling.
I was given an opportunity to be a lead partner with one of my besties, Shrujna, that works in the women's livelihood space. And I remember very early in my journey visiting one of their centers and seeing the women and the pride with which they showed us what they had made. They're typically skilled at tailoring, and they had made tote bags, other toilet bags, file holders, cloth jewelry, and it was with immense pride that they spoke about how they had sold these at exhibitions and earned their own incomes, and suddenly they were able to supplement their family incomes and help in their children's education, and how their children had gone on to higher studies and how they were now earning well, and just that entire sense of immense pride in their achievement, as well as the sense of community at these centers where the ladies were in a safe space and were allowed to discuss things outside of their homes and be there for one another. And it was just such an inspiring and uplifting journey.
SVP is about amplification. When you come in, you are an individual. When you grow with it, there are so many resources and so many partners around you. My best memory of SVP is when we organized the conclave in October 2017, I think it was. And you got to know so much about the ecosystem.
Been the catalyst to shape my purpose and journey post my corporate career. In fact, my social sector involvement today is not just a second career, it feels like a rebirth. So purpose for me now is to help others in whatever way I can. Many incidents to cherish from my SVP journey. At my very first partner meeting, I was amazed to see three partners from my own building. So that's Sameer, Alka and Preeti, who I didn't even know were part of SVP. I realized that people are quietly doing good, and it really inspired me. I've always drawn energy from my NGO visits, moved and inspired by the individuals therein determined to succeed at all costs, at all odds. Also benefiting immensely from the community of passionate philanthropists at SVP. Indeed, SVP provides a great platform to collaborate, learn and work towards social good. I'm excited by how much SVP India and Mumbai chapter has grown in terms of partners, NGOs supported, and the quality of our engagement. So here's wishing even greater success and glory going forward to Mumbai chapter and to SVP India. Thank you.
I've been a partner at SVP Mumbai right from the beginning. To me, SVP is all about partnership. First, the partnership that we try to forge with our NGOs, bringing in not just the money, but the variety of skills, and most importantly, the empathy to help them to get to their goals. It's also about the partnership that we forge with each other. And I think the best example for me was when in 2020, the peak of COVID, we organized a fundraising drive with Give India. And as a lead partner of MUN, I was really overwhelmed by the kind of support that we got from so many other partners in the group, including some big checks from Sudhir and also matching program from Govind, which helped the NGO to get to over 42 lakhs in collections. That is really what partnership is about.
Whatever I am today is result of selfless sacrifice and giving and contribution of so many people around me right from my childhood. I don't think it would have been possible without selfless act of many people. I think whenever you are capable, it's my chance of giving back and contributing and making a difference to people, society at large.
It's been a fabulous 6 years, and if I use the metaphor of cricket, in the game of philanthropy, I was playing gully cricket before I got into SVP, and I feel I've graduated from there to at least playing for an IPL franchise. And I hope that with the experiences, with the networks, with the learnings that I've assimilated through this period, I will go on at some point to play for my country and make a difference to the cause that is dearest to my heart.
A year before, when we were not part of the SVP engagement, I was very confused and simple. The clarity of vision was also not set. We completed 5 years and our vision was outreaching education. And it took 6 months of positive debate, argument with our lead partners. But finally, I could attain the clarity. And today, when anyone speak about what Teach should be doing, that I am very clear that we want to be a premier education institute that nurtures the aspirations of our students with disabilities. So that's the depth that with SVP I am enjoying, and I could see a very positive outlook for Teach as an organization.
Shamta and SVP started working together when Shamta was still finding its feet and it was finding its identity. It was in a very critical period of change. But this did not deter SVP from associating with us. SVP did what we do with our girls. We find Shamta.